She tried to steal my pool, so I ended her HOA tyranny in one move. What happened next? Please watch full story. Karen's fixation on managing our lives intensified once more. This time, she aimed for something as daring as it was ridiculous. She made an attempt to take control of our pool. She claimed that the HOA had some rules that allowed her to control any facilities that she thought belonged to the community. One morning, with paperwork in hand, she strode into our property and ordered us to stop using the pool right away. She also threatened to punish us for each day we didn't comply. From the porch, I observed her calmly as she waved her documents, displaying her typical haughtiness. She was unaware that my family had been expecting just this kind of antics. My cousins, all highly trained and disciplined, were already strategically positioned around the property, ensuring that no harm could come to anyone. The former Major General, my grandfather, calmly and authoritatively stated the legal facts. We owned the land, the pool, and every facility. Karen's supposed rules didn't matter. Karen, unfazed, tried to intensify the conflict. She tried to compel compliance by contacting local authorities and demanding that we sign documents recognizing her power. But each of her attempts was skillfully rebutted. My spouse, a federal officer, called the local police and presented proof of Karen's persistent harassment and unfounded allegations. Officers came and evaluated the area in a matter of minutes. They gently told Karen that her statements were completely unsupportable, which caused her arrogant manner to falter. Karen, still in desperation, attempted to take charge of the pool by setting up a physical presence close to it and claiming the authority to keep an eye on its usage. At that point, I gently came forward and warned that any more meddling could lead to criminal charges, such as harassment and trespassing. She sneered, believing that she could get away with it by bluffing. But my family had expected this. With tactical awareness, my brother, a Navy SEAL, made sure she couldn't physically escalate the situation without facing immediate repercussions. A public altercation was Karen's last move. Waving her documents and claiming that we were breaking community rules, she attempted to mobilize neighbors. But her attempts at intimidation were a complete failure. Her neighbors, who had before been afraid of her conduct, now observed as her points were authoritatively and precisely refuted. Evidence refuted each of her untrue statements, pictures, court documents, and property deeds that unequivocally demonstrated ownership. Karen's face had gone pale by this time. Her confidence, established over years of bullying and phony fines, had evaporated completely. As they watched her actions, the police gently told her that they would take legal action if she continued to meddle. She lacked authority, backup, and recourse. The veneer of power she had maintained for so long had crumbled under the weight of law, preparation, and family togetherness. Karen sought to issue a notice of violation at the pool area as a last degrading gesture. With composure, my grandfather approached it, took it off, and described the legal ramifications of her behavior. He listed all the previous harassing incidents she had engaged in, emphasizing that persistent behavior would lead to both civil and criminal penalties. When Karen realized she had absolutely no influence and that her strategies had not only failed, but also improved our position, all she could do was goggle in shock. At the end of the day, Karen was left feeling helpless and humiliated, while the pool was still fully ours, open and secure. Her attempts to control neighbors and police enforcement, frighten the family, and steal authority had all been utterly unsuccessful. She had been prepared, skilled, and strategically authoritative in every bluff she attempted. This encounter was yet another pivotal moment. Karen's obsession with control had now met limits it could not overcome. She had underestimated the importance of family unity, tactical planning, military training, and law enforcement. All of her attempts to take over our property, threaten my family, or influence the court system were methodically foiled.
Karen was humiliated, exposed, and lost her influence as a result of crossing yet another line. Everyone watching could see that her reign of HOA terror was waning by the time she left, defeated and obviously shaken. Our family, our pool, and our property all stand safe, intact, and under control. But Karen had to face the fallout from her unrelenting, irrational quest for power.